Thanks for joining us on this edition of National Focus. I'm Kimani St. Coming up, Soufriere MP pleased with progress on housing in her constituency. Police presence to be felt heavily during Carnival festivities, and Bureau of Gender Affairs on a mission to drive out gender-based violence. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
Introducing the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app, available for download from the Google Play Store, One Mobile Market, and the Government of Dominica's website. Access to all ministries and sub-departments' phone, email and office addresses and websites. Simply select a ministry and the sub-department. You can dial directly from the app or save the numbers to your phone contacts. It's convenience at your fingertips.
Is my passport ready for pickup? Good. It really works.
Download the Government of Dominica Internal Directory mobile app today.
Welcome back. After 8 months as the Honorable Parliamentary Representative for the Soufriere constituency, Dennis Charles says she is pleased with the progress made in housing in her constituency. While addressing a town hall meeting in Scott's Head on Wednesday, Honorable Charles revealed the significant amount spent by government to assist constituents with housing over a period of 7 months. This was made possible under the Citizenship by Investment program.
In the month of June, $750,000 was awarded to us in housing assistance, benefiting approximately 40 families from Scott's Head. In January of 2017, another $1.15 million was allocated to us under the CBI-funded Housing Revolution, and a total of 80 families in Scott's Head received much needed assistance to upgrade their homes. So in a matter of 7 months, approximately $2 million has been given in assistance in our constituency, and that is something we should accomplish.
The Honorable MP urged recipients of housing assistance to be prudent with the funds.
I just want to emphasize to all recipients of housing assistance that the funds must be used to improve your homes. If you ask help to change your windows, don't start building a kitchen, and don't sell the materials. You have a responsibility to keep your part of the contract to avoid any confusion in the village. Every dollar given to you is to ensure you and your family can live in a more comfortable home. That's right.
GIS will bring you more from this meeting in a subsequent newscast. Residents of Belleville-Chopin are being encouraged to recognize the opportunities for employment and economic growth which will come from the ongoing development in the community. Belleville-Chopin will soon host the residents of Petite Savane, who, due to the passage of Tropical Storm Erica, had to be relocated when their village was deemed unsafe. With the new residents moving in, the population of Belleville-Chopin will increase from about 500 to about 1,300. To accommodate the resettling of new residents, government contracted the Montreal Management Consultant Establishment to develop a community on 49.6 acres of land at Alfred Estates in Belleville-Chopin, which was purchased by government for over $2 million. Speaking at a town hall meeting at Belleville-Chopin last week, the Honorable Minister for Housing, Reginald Austrie, shed light on the merging of these communities as an opportunity for residents of Belleville-Chopin to further develop their existing small businesses.
You, the people of Belleville-Chopin, have a very important and unique opportunity to grow your population, to expand your population, so businesses and activity, commercial activity in Belleville can grow. And you here in Belleville now have an opportunity where you have a larger population, which gives you an opportunity to do more business. If you put your head right and you sit and you focus on the positives rather than focus on the negatives.
The Honorable Minister expressed that this would also be an excellent time to reopen businesses, as there will be soon a larger population to sustain these businesses.
The event has come, the event has gone. We have to now look forward. We cannot look back. We have to look forward. And I believe the forward-looking is to see what opportunities that can be created now as we speak, which we have spoken about: job creation, employment creation, expansion of business. Because when these Chinese people come, you don't have to know what to cook for them. But when these Chinese people come, that's an opportunity. All the bakeries that were closed down in Belfry, it's time now to reopen them. Because that's an opportunity. You have population, you have people in the place to eat what you produce.
Also addressing the residents at that town hall meeting was the Honorable Minister for Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development, Rosalind Paul, who likewise urged the residents to seek out the opportunities for small business development in their community. Honorable Paul explained to residents how they may seek assistance with developing their business ideas under the Ministry of Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development through the Small Business and Enterprise Unit.
As we speak to the development of the new community, we learned of the market that will be there. We expect a commercial center that hopefully would stimulate a lot more economic activities, more businesses, more enterprise that can benefit these people of the community. So sometimes you may have a business idea. Though business idea is foolish, you may not know how to turn this idea into a full-fledged business. We have business officers who will provide you with that technical advice, will provide you with that the knowledge, who can guide you through.
While the resettlement of Petit Savan residents is expected to be completed during 2017, all components of the new town of Bellevue-Chopin are expected to come to realization in 2018. In more news, on Wednesday, the Bureau of Gender Affairs conducted another edition of the Blow the Horn motorcade campaign. The Blow the Horn motorcade campaign seeks to visit all communities on island with the mission of educating persons on the issue of gender-based violence and how they can become part of the solution. Speaking at one of the community stops during the motorcade, social development planner and former acting director of the Bureau of Gender Affairs, Dr. Kira Paul, stated that the information being brought to the community by the Bureau of Gender Affairs is one of the most important tools that can be used in helping to eradicate gender-based violence. Dr. Paul says this information will inform communities to identify cases of gender-based violence. She encouraged persons to report cases of any form of violence they may witness.
One of the most important things that we do is provide you with information, and that information is your tool. It is your tool to encourage other people to report. It is your tool to understand the causes of violence against women and what you as an individual person can do about it. I want you to encourage victims, and not only the victims, but I also want you to encourage perpetrators of violence. Because when we remain silent, we are enablers. When we remain silent and we do not encourage these people to take positive action, and positive action don't mean necessarily hitting the person back or creating a sort of fraction, but positive action means encouraging the person to seek counseling and to report, which is the most important thing.
Also addressing the communities throughout the motorcade was former president and member of the Dominica National Council of Women, Josephine Dublin Prince. Prince addressed the issue of individuals being hesitant to report cases of violence. She reminded these persons that one case of any form of violence affects the lives of many, and as a result, individuals should not be divorced from instances of abuse.
What is not happening to you will definitely affect you, because you're part of a family, you're part of a community, and you're part of a country. When one woman or one child is being violated against, it will affect us in one way or the other. Because that is one child who is made to know that the person he or she depends on no longer loves them. That is one child who is made to know that the person who's supposed to be protecting them no longer cares about them. And what happens to that child? That child becomes withdrawn. That child becomes a quiet child in the classroom, but a quiet storm. In that, you may see the child behaving in ways that you thought that child would never behave. So brothers and sisters, what we are saying, the issue of violence is not a personal issue.
Director of the National HIV/AIDS Prevention Unit, Alison Samuel, also encouraged family members and community members by extension to report cases of violence to the relevant authorities.
For those of us who are parents, for those of us who are siblings, brothers and sisters, and we know that our younger siblings are being violated, we know that they are being sexually abused, we want to remind you that our children are our future, and so we do not want you to continue to not report those forms of sexual abuse. We want to join forces this evening with the Gender Bureau and the other partners here to remind you that we are saying no to violence, to all forms of violence.
Samuel also reminded persons to take charge of their sexual health and to avoid relationships which may be sexually abusive.
We are here to remind you that you need to take a stand when it comes to your decisions and your sexual health. If you are in a relationship where you cannot say, I need to use condoms, if you are in a relationship where you cannot say that I do not want to have sex at a particular time, it means that you are in a violent relationship. So we want you to remember tonight that you have that choice. You do not want that right to be taken from you.
To carry out this campaign, the Bureau of Gender Affairs partnered with the Dominica National Council of Women, Carnival, and the Dominica HIV/AIDS Prevention Unit. The motorcade started at the Dominica Botanic Gardens and culminated at Soufriere with village stops in Newtown, Loubier, Point Michel, and Scott's Head. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
Say again. Yes, sir. Hey, everybody, it's me. I'm coming. Ladio.
Carnival is our thing. Mas Dominic says Sanu. But Carnival is a time to be sexually responsible. Use a condom. Sevi or kapot. Party day and night. Enjoy Mas Dominic. Be responsible. Use a condom every time you have sex. Protect yourself.
Welcome back. Superintendent of Police Richmond Valentine has stated firmly that police presence will be felt heavily during the Carnival season in order to ensure crime prevention, intelligence gathering, and traffic control. He was speaking on Wednesday at the final DFC press conference leading up to Carnival.
In order to achieve our objective in ensuring safety, reducing the occurrence of criminal activity, and reducing the possibility of any critical incident, our presence will be significantly enhanced throughout all Carnival activities island-wide during the day and night. Our security strategy will be tailored with special emphasis on crime prevention, intelligence gathering, traffic control, and management. The presence of the police will not only be visible, but will be felt, and this will be island-wide. We will have measures in place to intercept those with criminal minds who are planning on committing mischief, and if found in breach of any law, police action shall be swift, and in most cases, those that are culpable, their liberty will be restricted until Ash Wednesday so that they can be dealt with according to law.
The superintendent described the Carnival route, which begins at the intersection of Kennedy Avenue and Independence Street.
The Carnival route for the real Mass 2017 is as follows. South along Independence Street from the intersection of Kennedy Avenue to the intersection of King George V Street. west along King George V Street from the intersection of Independence Street to the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard, and north along the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard from the area of Royal Bank to the intersection of Kennedy Avenue, and east along Kennedy Avenue from the intersection of the Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard to Independence Street.
He also informed the motorists of the Carnival route.
If you are entering the city from the south, that is from Grand Bay, Point Michel, Soufriere, when you get to DBS Radio, you can take a right turn onto High Street, then onto Bath Road. You can drive north along Bath Road. If you want to exit the city, you go down, you turn left on Hillsborough Street, onto Great George Street, over the Chinese Friendship Bridge, and you're out of the city. Or you can choose to go along the Link Road into Goodwill, onto the Eo Leblanc Highway, and you're out of the city. You can also choose to continue along Victoria Street, and you turn right on Old Street, that is at the back of the Garway Hotel on Old Street. Then you take another right turn on Church Street, that is next to Roberts Wholesale, and you continue moving east along Church Street. When you get to the Wesley High School area, you turn left on Cross Street, and then right onto Virgin Lane, that is in front of the cathedral, and you continue until you get onto Bath Road, and the same route to exit the city can be utilized. If you are entering the city from the north, on approaching the Isilo Black Bridge, you take a left turn onto the Link Road and through the gardens onto Bath Road, all the way to Newtown, and you're out of the city.
The Botanic Gardens will be open until 10 p.m. on Carnival Monday and Tuesday to facilitate traffic. He had these final words to all those involved in Carnival activities.
I would like to appeal to all stakeholders who in one way or another contributing to the Real Mass 2017 that they should comply with all the rules, regulations, and guidelines outlined in the order. To those who plan on committing any act in contravention of the laws of our beautiful country, let me remind you that the laws of the Commonwealth of Dominica are not suspended, and so police response will be prompt in order that any threat can be neutralized, and those that are responsible will be dealt with accordingly. An environment of safety and security must prevail throughout the season.
The Honorable Minister for Agriculture, Johnson Drygo, is urging farmers of Calibishi to take advantage of regional opportunities. Speaking at a town hall meeting on Sunday, he revealed that following a trip to Martinique, the Ministries of Agriculture and Trade are asking local farmers to take note of competing countries in order to improve their own products.
The Dominican Republic, because we are in the same terrain, they are bringing in all the products that they can down south now to our islands. And they are in the Barbados market, they are in the Antigua market, they are in the Trinidad market, they are in the St. Kitts market, they are in the all of the island chain that we are bringing in supplies as we speak. The Dominican Republic is also in those markets. And they are bringing quality. They are doing the right packaging. They are doing the right labeling. They are putting the right weight into the boxes. And that is why we are encouraging farmers to go through the pack houses now for the export of their products, so that they can have them well cleaned and properly packaged with the accurate weight in the boxes. No more bulging of boxes going out to plantain and so on.
The Minister for Agriculture highlighted the advantage local farmers have with the high demand for Dominica's fresh and organically grown produce in the regional market.
For the entire Caribbean, Dominica still has the best product, best tasting product. All our products are more succulent, they're sweeter. So therefore, they want product coming out of Dominica. The Martinique people, they want their product to come from Dominica because the Martinique people, they are here every week. And they know we do not use as much chemical as the other countries. They know for the most part our products are organically grown. and so on. So they know that, and they want stuff from Dominica, but you have what you call EU rules that we have to meet standards for importing into Martinique. We have to meet it, and I'm happy that we are working on it. Government is making funds available so that the boat owners can do what they call retrofitting of their boats to bring their boat to a certain standard so they can export these products.
He explained the requirements for providing high-quality goods for the regional and international market.
Martinique people, they are saying to us they're ready for our yams, our dashing, our tania, our potatoes, our cucumbers, and something else like
pineapples.
Our pineapples. They want our product, but you will be part of a program. And that's why the farmers group again is so important. We're waiting, and I know we have some of the prizes for the price that the market wants to give us. So we can come back to you and say to you, Martinique is saying that for the yams, this is the price that we have proposed. And you, the farmer, will decide if you want to plan for that market. Once we've done that, you'll be entered into a contract with the packing house. And once you're entered into the contract with the packing house, we will assist you in getting the quality that we want. It means that your planting style will have to change because there's going to be the right spacing to give you the right size because the market will demand a particular product and we have to deliver it.
Honorable Drago cautioned farmers to ensure reliability to regional markets in order to secure a niche market.
So if you go into a contract for any of the commodities that we're referring to for the Martinique market and you do not meet your part of the bargain, there may be consequences for that. Because we have to start securing niche markets. We have to supply niche markets. And I can assure you, my dear people, if you decide to go and supply, let's say, yams or tanias for a particular market, which we have secured, you will not get as much as the oxes will give. But if you can sell regularly, you will not have a problem in earning your income for your hard labor.
And finally, this news time, the Honorable Minister for Education, Peter Seja, and the Chief Education Officer, Melina Fontaine, are expressing concerns over the lyrical content of local songs. Speaking at the opening ceremony for a child-friendly schools and musicians workshop, the Honorable Minister expressed his concerns.
Over the recent past, lyrics have become overly explicit in their references to drug use, sex, and violence. I believe that in many instances, you as practitioners within the industry can do better with the material that is put out for consumption by our youth. It is essential, therefore, for every one of us as a society to take a stand regarding music lyrics and to do better than we are doing currently.
Chief Education Officer Melina Fontaine also joined the call for musicians to be conscious of the messages they are sending out.
In a few days, the words that you have penned, the music that you have created will be hitting the streets. They have been hitting the airwaves, and unless they are terrible, will continue to do so for a very long time. Are you, as writers, musicians, entertainers, satisfied with what is out there, what you have released to the public, and how you conduct your business? Is the end result of your work having a positive or a negative effect on our children and young people? Are you satisfied that what you have penned, what you have created is encouraging positive behavior always? Is the language appropriate for our targeted audience?
Fontaine encouraged musicians to continue the good work they are doing to bring economic growth to Dominica and also to work collaboratively with the Ministry for the overall development of Dominica's children.
We are happy, very happy, for the work that you do, for your creativity, for your talent, because without you, Dominica probably would not be categorized as one of the nations in the world with the happiest people. You agree, right? Yeah. Okay. Your contribution to the economy is an undisputable fact. And so now we are asking you to either continue or start working with us, the Ministry of Education and Human Resource Development, on ensuring that always our children are cared for. We ask that you use the great influence that you have in encouraging a culture of peace and stability.
Here are a few excerpts from students of the Christian Union Primary School who visited GIS studios on Thursday to get a first-hand view of news production.
Christian Union Primary School and the students, I thank you for accommodating with us, and once again, thank you.
And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow us on Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. From all of us here on the GIS News Production team, I'm Kimani St. Thank you for watching.